Hey Capricorn, welcome back to the Guiding Chariot. I am wishing you guys all the best. I hope you guys are doing well out there. Just a little heads up about this video. I know I said I was going to do love readings this week. If you saw the Lunar New Year video, you'll kind of know what's going on. This particular good lord, my tongue. This particular reading is going to be really focused on our rewards and what we're trying to manifest. I am doing this with the intention of what's coming to us through this 222 portal we're going to have next week. So super exciting. So yeah, love readings are going to be coming up next week. So stay tuned for those. Make sure you are subscribed and have the notification bell on. But with that, let's get into your reading. Also, shout out to my friend at Saniteu Golden Ray for this beautiful magnetized mandala. If you saw the Lunar New Year video, you will be well acquainted with it. It was in there too. So feel free to focus on that mandala if you want during the reading. It really is just helping to magnetize all of our abundance and all these wonderful manifestations we have coming our way. Get back in there. You're running away from me. Yeah, house rules still apply though. So this is a general reading for all Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Cross watchers also welcome. So with that, just make sure you're not forcing any of the messages. If something doesn't vibe or fit your situation, just means that that message was for someone else. So leave it on the table and take the rest. There we go. Let's get into it, Caps. Oh, you got two. Yeah, sneaky devils. Look at you. All right. You're actually the first and so far only sign to get two cards. Double dose for Caps. So first card out, trust. Yes. Caps, not to make this reading about me, but this has been a big part of my journey recently. So I am with you. And I've probably mentioned this in a Capricorn video, but I am a double Cancer, so we are Axis sisters. So our journeys tend to be a little linked. So I feel you. So, and honestly, this trust can come in many, many forms. I think the most prevalent and the one that most of you will relate to is really this trust that what we're doing, the actions we're taking, the thoughts we're having, that they fit into this divine plan. And there may be things that we cannot see yet that, might make us a little anxious, right? Shout out to one of my Cappy besties out there. I know you'll know what this is. But some of you may even be sensing, right? You may even be sensing whatever is coming, right? And I'm telling you, it's the 2-2 portals next week. It's very close. We're already feeling it, right? Especially after this new moon. So some of you probably already feel, so you already know it's kind of coming. You don't know what it is. You don't know when it's showing up, but it's kind of like, oh, something's coming. Some of you may be feeling a little anxious. And again, that triggers these little trust buttons that we have. Like, is it what I want? Is it going to help me? Is it going to serve me? Or is it more cray? I don't want more cray. Universe, if you're going to send me cray, keep that to yourself. I don't need it. We also have this solitude energy. Now, for my singles out there who are manifesting love with this portal, this is not lonely energy. Hardly. To me, because even look at her. Like, I'm going to give you a moment to just kind of connect with this beautiful, beautiful mermaid here. She ain't sad. She ain't lonely. Right? She's kind of vibing pretty high. It's so funny. I know that it's not meant to be this way. Like, I know she's just got these really beautiful, full, pouty lips. But the way they drew it always makes me think she's got fangs. She's like a little vampire mermaid. That always makes me giggle. But, this energy, especially with the trust card, is really speaking to me about the importance of finding your independence, the importance of finding your sense of self and your identity, right? Even considering what that baby across the way certainly agrees. Did you guys hear that? To me, this is really you disassociating yourself from your achievements or your rank or what you've done, where you've come from. This is really you just being you. And, for some of you, that may be an exercise in trust, in trusting that you're enough, you're doing the right thing, you're in the right place, You know, you don't have to be 800 steps ahead of everyone else or even ahead of your own goals. Like, it's perfectly fine and wonderful to be just where you are. I'm going to let that sink in for a little bit. So this solitude isn't about being lonely or being blocked or anything like that. It really is about giving you time to just be with you. And whatever you learn there is why that had to happen, right? So again, that idea of, you know, trust in the divine plan. There's a reason why this happened. There's a reason why you kind of had to do this way, whatever it is, because remember, it's general. So apply it where you need to. Some this will be talking about work. Some this will be romance. Some this will be family. Might even be just personal growth. But all of this was for a reason, and honestly, I feel like the reason that it had to happen is going to be revealed very soon, especially to those of you who, like, I feel it, like, you're right, like, I've been having this vibe, I've been feeling like the butterflies are going in the stomach, like something's happening. So, whew, it does, ooh, I think I'm feeling some of those butterflies. It does kind of make me want to reiterate, like, it's asking a lot of trust. Like, I almost feel like it's kind of like I'm asking you to believe that this is happening, and I'm not giving you any proof. I'm not giving you any proof that anything I'm telling you is true or that it's happening. And this is like the voice of the universe, or even your higher self, right? There's no physical evidence that anything you believe is true right now, but I need you to believe it anyway. I just need you to believe it. Because it is true. Trust me, all right? Let's see. Oh. Holding the deck upside down. Silly, silly me. High Priestess, look at that. Full on talking about that inner knowing. Lovely. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords. All right, my lovelies. Caps. This is a private space. It's just you and I here, so I'm gonna be a little honest. So I hope you guys are okay with that. So looking at these cards, it does look like this has been a journey. This has been I don't want to necessarily say long, it probably has been, but I want to say you've had some lows on this road. Like, you have had some lows. And, you know, Caps, you are such a strong sign. When you ever get into these moments, it is not something the people around you recognize. Even people who, like, even if you're super, super close, like, this person has known you from, like, Hanabata days. Sorry, people aren't going to get that. Like, little kid days. Like, you still won't let that moment slip through the cracks. Like, you are going to hold it together. I can definitely see in some of these cards that there have been, those lows have happened. They may not be happening now. I would almost wonder if some of you are having them right now, but that's not necessarily the case. Just know that those moments literally are temporary. And I would also say, do not, how do I want to word this? Don't necessarily associate yourself with those moments, or give those moments more meaning than they really have, right? It doesn't say something about you that you felt those things, or that you went through that experience, other than the fact that you're human, right? So I don't know who's going to connect with that, but have that, take that, enjoy it. I literally love you. Still a beautiful reading, but there definitely are some moments where it looks like we hit some hard patches, and this solitude card may have been heavier than we would like to admit. We'll just leave it at that. And I say this with this King of Swords because this energy can be incredibly harsh and very, very cold, right? And I think this really critical, sometimes judgmental eye is so hard on us, and it's something we do to ourselves, right? So I feel like a lot of this reading is really disconnecting from that, right? To find a different clarity instead of just looking at the this is the gap between where I am and where I want to be. How do I close this gap? Instead, look at the gap of what you've covered so far, because I guarantee you that is a much greater distance. Okay? So I don't want to stay on that soapbox for too long, but just know, rough stuff, temporary. You are right where you're meant to be, doing right, exactly the right thing, and you are going beautiful places. All right. So we start off with this Four of Cups, which is kind of what we were just talking about. And actually, I was talking to a friend earlier today. You're probably watching this video, so you know who you are. Within the Four of Cups, it's the only deck, or only card in the deck, that is not an ace, but features an ace, right? Here's this Ace of Cups being delivered to you. It's just unseen, but it's right there, right? So if we keep focusing on the distance we need to cover, we never really lift our head up or widen our gaze to see the blessings, right? So again, don't let yourself start to get into that self-defeatist kind of mindset, all right? We then have the Knight of Swords. My cardinals, because I feel like Aries, was it Aries? I think it was Aries, also got this particular card. I haven't finished all the cardinal signs, but this is a big thing for all the cardinals, yourself included. This like hunger, this quest, this wanting to learn and understand. There's this idea of wanting to, I mean, all the knights have this desire to gain, right? They're all questing for something. For you, it's this clarity and understanding, right? I mean, even if it's most basic, it's knowledge, right? So it's just learning. But and honestly, a lot of that is probably linked to this. How do I close this gap? What's my next step? What do I do this? Is this the best way to do that? All those kinds of things. You also have Nine of Pentacles, Capricorn. You guys know you're the shit, because you are the shit. You rock the house down. Like, you're the top of the top. So know that. You don't necessarily have to chase it. You just are. Like, you just are. It's fine. This is that same vibe we were talking about earlier. Know that you are enough. Like, you were just built that way. Like, all the work that you think you need to do and still have yet to do, a lot of it you've done already. You're just like wanting to do it even bigger and better and bolder. Like, but you've done it, right? I kind of want to. We're gonna go vertical. We're gonna switch this up for you because these columns are so just screaming at me. So then we have the Ten of Cups along with this High Priestess. So we talked about this vibe, right, with this High Priestess energy. Because we're building this Ten of Cups. This is the happily ever after. This is the family. This is that, emotional fulfillment, right? This is the dream granted. This is what's coming through in the Ace of Cups. And that's why it's being linked to the High Priestess. This may not exist right now in the physical, right? Because with the Four of Cups, this is what we have to look at, right? These empty cups here, and this is still kind of yet to be seen, right? We haven't kind of pulled our head out of this little moment to realize this. But this is there. This is there. But this is why we're leaning on our intuition and leaning on that gut. It's probably why your gut is sensing it before, your 3D muggle self can. Right? So feel this because it's coming. So when you get that little anxious butterfly feeling I was talking about earlier, it's because your senses are picking up on the thing is near. Whatever it is, take that as I was going to say the reassurance, but like take that as, that's what's helping you get through it. It's coming. Know it's coming. You may not know what it is, but it's coming and it's yours. Your name is written all over it. So keep moving forward. You're getting closer every single step. Literally every single step. Now, with this Knight of Swords, we have another Knight of Pentacles. Energy you traverse better than anybody else, right? So very cautious energy, not one to take risks, right? But that's because whatever this Knight is seeking, It is far too valuable to make a mistake. It's far too valuable to risk anything, to suffer a setback. Although that may not damage anything. Oh, hold on a moment. All right, Capricorn, sorry about that. Just forgot to turn my phone off. All right, Capricorn, what were we talking about? Totally don't remember. We're just going to get back into it. So we have this Knight of Pentacles and we have this Three of Cups. So Knight of Pentacles, I know we were talking about, you know, not a risk taker, very calculated, but always making progress. So this, again, linked to that vibe that, you know, you're always progressing. You're always getting closer to your dreams. This energy is determined, not going to give up. So again, I know you're doing the thing. So trust that this is happening, right? You don't have to try any harder than you are. You're already doing amazing. To me, this Three of Cups, and this is funny because I've never really felt this off of Three of Cups. Because Three of Cups is a little, to me, a little more social, right? It's about hanging out with friends. You know, it's having fun, celebrating for sure. But to me, this is really giving me this vibe of like, all of this stuff is happening. And it's happening because you are naturally one who achieves goals and sets practical steps and standards and practices. So all of this that this particular Knight of Pentacles is concerned about, manifesting, working on, that's happening. Like it's almost on autopilot at this point. So to me, this Three of Cups is really communicating and talking about, have some fun. Don't solely lean into your responsibilities, because then you're not living, right? You're just a machine. And that's not fun. That doesn't feel good, right? So to me, this Three of Cups is really coming up as a reminder or as encouragement to get out there, to have fun, to enjoy those little moments in life. Like I'm really honed in on this teapot, and it's making me think of like a Japanese tea ceremony, you know, and that ceremony is so precise, but it's really about creating this particular special moment and being so present in it. To me, that's what's really being asked. Stop worrying about the next 3 steps ahead of you. Stop worrying about the, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. That's coming. It's happening. You're making that happen. But you also have to enjoy the little fun bits and celebrate the, even if they're little tiny milestones. Celebrate every little thing along the way, because otherwise the life you're leading won't be worth it. All right? So have some fun with there. And then this last row. To me, this is really that solitude vibe. So those of you, when the solitude card slid out from under trust, those of you who heard that and were like, no, I don't want to be single. Like, to me, this is really for my single caps out there. There's a divine masculine already with your name on it, right? And when I say divine masculine, doesn't necessarily mean it's a man. So don't put gender in there. It's just that masculine energy. There is a counterpart out there, full of passion, full of heat, full of motivation, desire, initiative, all those wonderful things, right? And we may have felt separated from him. We may have felt, I shouldn't be saying him, because again, could totally be a woman, but we may have been separated from that energy. We may have felt separated from romance or even the worth of having this partner in our life, right? May have felt lonely. But even in this particular card, this poor guy is over here feeling all kinds of sad, all kinds of I don't have a friend. Look up. Literally right here. Got some gifts for you too. Right? Same thing we talked about here with this Four of Cups. Oh, look, all my cups are empty. I'm out of rum. I got a full glass. You want some? I'm telling you, there's something going on just outside your peripheral, Capricorns. Oh my God, manifesting. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Especially if this is about a partner, right? Could even be a fire sign. I'm trying to navigate this feeling I'm getting. I think this is just that feeling of solitude, and it's But it's not like, it's not lonely, it's not meh, it's not sad. I don't really entirely know what I want to say about this vibe. I don't know. It may be different for each of you, which is why I can't really nail down a specific intention for it. I will say one thing that it does make me think of that probably would be the most relatable. This particular line of kind of meaning is really linked to this Nine of Pentacles. This security and stability and confidence in self. You know, and I always kind of describe this because this is also very independent energy. But, you know, some of us, by us I just mean the collective, not just you Capricorns, but, you know, some of us become independent because there was no other choice, right? You know, we became independent because there was no support around us. And then there are others who are independent because that's where our strength lies. Like we don't want to listen to other people's rules. We want to create our own. You know, we have that strength, we have that determination. Our will is such that we can't be tamed, right? It'd be a harder thing to, you know, have to filter our desires and our actions through, you know, society expectations, through another person's agenda, right? So it is a card of independence, but it's a card of freedom. Like, I'm free to make my own rules. I'm free to live my own life. This is a very important vibe to bringing this person in, right? So for my singles, there's a reason. This cannot happen externally until this happens internally. All right? And, you know, for some of you, this Five of Pentacles, like if I'm saying this and you're like, baby, I'm already here, and honestly, you can honestly tell that to yourself, then this energy is him. Or the masculine. I should stop saying that. It's not him. But then this energy is associated with the masculine. So, you know, he can only meet you where he's met himself. So if he's not there yet, he's definitely not going to be able to give you the relationship you've been working on and manifesting. Does he want to? Yes. He just may not be ready completely just yet. So, again, this solitude is because don't bring me the little boy when I'm waiting for the man, right? So for some of you, your masculine may still have some growing to do, which is fine. You got your own glow up to embrace. So it's not that you got nothing to do. And again, that even may be why we were talking about that High Priestess, feeling that connection, knowing this person's out there. But it's just not the moment. It's just not the time. Okay? Let's do a quick bottom of the deck, and then we're gonna do a little funsy. So we talked about this King of Swords. Look at that. Eight of Wands, so communication, speed. Some of you, this may even be travel. I don't think that's many of you, but for some of you. But again, expecting that communication. Seven of Pentacles and the Devil card. So Seven of Pentacles, talking about waiting for things to mature, waiting for harvest time. We just had that divine timing thing pop up. Then we have the Devil card. This is Capricorn energy, so we could say this is you showing up in your own reading. To me, this is conquering your own quote-unquote demons. I don't necessarily see these as such negative things, but remember the Devil card embodies where we have obsessions and where we have, you know, they always talk about addictions, but it's addictions in the sense like it's something that overpowers us. You know, when our goals we start meeting these goals that, you know, we've put upon ourselves. Like, you're the one who controls those standards. If it gets too heavy or it's starting to sap the fun out of your life, guess what? You get to change those rules, okay? We also have the Page of Cups, so can speak to a new relationship, throwing that out there. You know, a lot of readers will talk about this card as bringing something back from the past, which it totally could be. I'm not saying we're not out of Mercury retrograde just yet. Very soon, though. But to me, this is more an energy of, I want to say more, it's a little more psychic in this particular spread. Not that you're out like channeling the dead or anything. You're not doing any mediumship work. But to me, this is that energy we were talking about with the High Priestess and feeling this connection, right? So to me, this is kind of echoing those kind of gut feelings that I was talking about earlier, and just again trusting that, leaning on it, believing in spirit, right? In those intentions you have been putting out. Because then we even have, look at that underneath that, Two of Wands, and then the Empress underneath. Again, manifesting, creating that abundance. Oh, she didn't even want to go back in. She's like, no, you ain't putting me there. All right. On that note, Miss Empress, we're gonna close out this reading. Do one more thing. I talked a little bit about it in the Lunar New Year video, if you saw it. But I've been in such this like watery energy vibe. Hence the mermaid cards. But along with that, always comes feelings of divine feminine, right? Mother Gaia and all those strong female energies. So I wanted to pull a divine feminine card for us all and see how that divine feminine is working for you. There we go. All right, Capricorn, Queen Esther, the Morning Star. Literally makes me think the star card in tarot. Hope, faith, optimism, believing in miracles, right? The Morning Star. My ego is in service of my soul, and I trust my soul's divine timing. Oh my God, were we not just talking about that? But honestly, it's my ego is in service of my soul. That was a huge part of this solitude, right? Because again, devil is the ego, right? It's that weird voice that tells us to do things because it just wants to maintain the status quo. Devil doesn't want to grow. Devil doesn't want to change, right? Devil wants to keep you under his thumb. This is you being like, no. This is my life, right? My soul says we're going to do this. So your ego, your will is in service of what your soul mission is. Oh, Capricorn, this is such a glow up. This is such a glow up. Look at all the strength this figure stands there with. Queen Esther, get it. Get it. And the fact that it's the Morning Star, I also just like it. This feels so close. Like it feels so close. Like it just gives me these images of like dawning, like the day dawning. If this was like a timeline, the star's almost at the end. Like it feels so close. Like we're just about to peak, Capricorn. So again, whatever it is you've been working on, whatever it is you've been manifesting, whether it's a job, whether it's a family, whether it's a partner, whether it's success in any form, financial stability, whatever this is, so close. Like you can feel it, you can taste it, you can sense it. It's like you just can't see it yet. Trust that it's there. Trust that it's coming. I mean, divine timing. I don't even want to put that card down. It's insane. All right, Cap, I'm going to wrap your reading there. Otherwise, it's going to be like 40 minutes long. But I am sending you love. I am wishing you the best. As always, thank you for all the love and support you give me and my channel. If you could give it a thumbs up if you like the video, it lets me know how the reading is resonating with you, which is super important. Also, make sure you have the subscription button and the notification bell turned on so you'll be notified when the next round of readings come up. They are going to be love readings, so I know everyone gets excited about those. With that said, stay safe, stay sane out there. I, again, sending you my best wishes, and I will see you in your next video. Bye, Capricorn.